Hi champions, welcome back to my YouTube channel, a channel where we share words of wisdom, words of encouragement, words that can lift you up when you feel like giving up. And today we are celebrating a birthday of our grandfather. And I love him so much because he said, this day shall not be a holiday, but this day it will be a day of giving. I respect him. If people has to ask me, Karabo, what have you learned from Mr. Nelson Mandela? I would say I've learned respect. Every time when he was speaking, you could feel respect, that this man respects life. And I have also a quote that I am so in love with it. And this quote, it reads, "Our world is not divided by race, color, gender, or religion. Our world is divided into wise people and fools." Should I read that again? Our world is not divided by race, color, gender, or religion. Our world is divided into wise people and fools. I want you to ask yourself this question on this beautiful day of it. For me, it's a day of giving. Are you a fool or are you wise? Because when you are wise, you know very well that a wise person leaves inheritance to his grandchildren. And this is what Nelson Mandela has left for us. A wise man leaves inheritance to his grandchildren. But a foolish man does not leave anything for his grandchildren. That's a fool. You have to leave something that people will remember you with. And our father, our grandfather, we will never forget him because he has left us freedom. And before I get into my message, let me first, on the behalf of KR Foundation that I am working with, and also other organizations, and also my team of eloquent speakers, because we were planning a very big event for this beautiful day, but because of this difficult time of Corona, we had to cancel our events of today. And I have decided that let me, on the behalf of everybody, my colleagues, everyone, family, friends, let me just share something. And because it's also Sunday, I will be quoting one of the scriptures from the book of Genesis, and I'm going to link it to my insights that I am going to share with you, that I have learned as I was busy reading some of the books of Nelson Mandela. And I have learned that this man, he understands that life is about giving. And you cannot be successful, or you cannot say you are successful if you don't give, or if your success does not benefit people. What you have must also benefit other people, must grow other people, must add value into other people's lives. And I will be quoting from the book of Genesis. And somebody was like, Karabo, this is a very difficult verse that you are picking up, that you are choosing. Why don't you choose another verse, maybe somewhere from Proverbs? Because, you know, Genesis is an old verse. But I love what an old man said. And I want us to take words of old people very seriously. You know, if in your life, one mistake that you don't want to do is taking advantage of words of old people. People who have experienced. Nelson Mandela has experienced apartheid. He understands. He encouraged us. He motivated us with the world that he has been in. He has experienced, and he managed to leave strong messages to teach us, to coach us today. And let me link this verse, and it's very interesting, and I want champions to understand why I'm choosing this. And this old man, he was about to die, and he had 12 sons. But I am not going to focus on what he said to all of his sons. I just want to focus on the 12th born son. And that's my message on this beautiful day of giving. For me, it's a day of giving. Nelson Mandela Day of giving, of donating, of sharing. And this old man is Jacob. He's the father of the nation also. He said to his last born, Benjamin is a ravenous wolf. In the morning, he devours the prey. In the evening, he divides the spoil. Now, if we look at in the morning, he will divide. No. In the evening, he will divide. In the evening, he will divide. Yeah, this man was very serious about it. That, Karabo, this is going to be a very difficult verse to break it down. And he says that in the morning, he devours a prey. And when we talk about devouring in the morning of our lives, we are talking about when we are still in power, when we are still in position, when we still have the strength. Because if we look at a wolf, it's something that is very aggressive. It is something that is very alert. It's something that is very wild. It can devour a prey very fast. But now the old man says to Benjamin, to his son, I wonder why he's comparing his son to a ravenous wolf, and he says that in the evening he must divide. So for me, it means that in the evening means when you are old, you must be able to divide what you devoured. Divide what you devoured while you were still young, or when you were still in power, or when you were still achieving. Now that it is the evening of your life, you must be able to divide. So the evening of your life, it means when you are old, it is time for you to divide, meaning that it is time for you to give. It is time for you to share what you have worked hard for. Don't be selfish. Share, give, distribute. It is said that most of our successful people, they don't want to give back. They don't want to divide what they devoured in the mornings of their lives. They want to keep everything for themselves. But here's an old man giving advice, giving some words of prophetic words to his last-born son to say, my son, you must be a ravenous. You must be able to devour a prey in the morning. Meaning that in the morning of your life, when you still have the energy, when you still have the power, do those good things. Because a time is coming when you will be old. You have to share your stories. You have to share some motivations to the world. What are you going to say? Look at yourself right now. Look at your age. Look at the strength that you have. One day you will be old. The evening of your life is coming. What are you going to do? What are you going to divide to your children, to your community? Let us learn to divide. Let us learn to give. Because this is it's a verse that it's actually a phrase. It's a powerful phrase. Like in the morning of your life, you must devour, and in the evening you must divide. In the morning, devour. In the evening, divide. In the morning, devour. In the evening, divide. In the morning of your life, when you are still young, it is not time to loot. It is not time to destroy, but it is time to learn. So that when you are old, you can be able to teach your children what you have learned when you are still young. Nelson Mandela was in prison. He was learning, and out of prison, he came back and he had a lot to teach us. He had a lot to give us. He had a lot to bless us with. Be wise. Don't just devour and steal the money and steal, and at the end of the day, you can't even share or distribute. A good man leaves inheritance to his children. And what I am leaving you with on this beautiful day is that leave a good name that people will also respect your children with and say, this is Karabo's daughter, and Karabo used to motivate people. Don't do things that even when we see your children, when you are still young. No, we need to look at your children, or when we hear your surname. Right now, when we hear the word Madiba, Mandela, we get healed, we get empowered. Let your name be a healing. Just like Nelson Mandela is our grandfather. When we hear Nelson Mandela, we find the courage. So also, do good things so that your name can open doors, can be a blessing to people's lives. Don't destroy your name. Yeah. Leave a good name. A good name will bless your children. And I am leaving you with this message. Create a good reputation. We look at Madiba. He created a good reputation. His name is like food. And when I mean food, I mean it's wisdom. We can eat when we are hungry, when we need motivation, when we need empowerment. We read his books, we listen to his messages, and we get the courage. And we understand that in life we have to give, because an old man was giving. He knew how to give. He sacrificed his life. And on this beautiful day, let us give to the poor. Let us share. What do we have? What do we have devoured? Let us share what we have devoured. Thank you very much, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. More videos are coming where I'll be sharing wisdom, wisdom that will add value into your life. Thank you very much.